Daddy's home.
Daddy's home.
Cake every night. Cake.
Cake. Cake. Cake. Daddy's home.
Cake every night.
Cake. Cake.
Run! It's Godzilla!
Shut up, Sean.
King Kong ain't got on me!
Jack, did you see what somebody wrote about you? Somebody wrote Big Jack got his big dick ready. You could have been Sean.
Find me a monster fast. And
That's it.
Alright, bitch.
Did you ever meet anyone before whose life was saved by Deep Throat?
You must have thought it was a gun.
oh, send it!
Shut up, Sean.
We'll do it live. Okay.
Shut up, Sean.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Daddy's home.
Cake every night.
Shut up, Sean.
Oh man, I ended with a shut up, Sean.
Bro, what the fuck was that? Oh my goodness. Oh,
I got the Cake Every Night song in there.
I know you included that, and I appreciated that. That was pretty great.
Yeah, there's a 3-hour cut of this movie somewhere.
I have been saying this online all day. I've been talking with a couple people about it, and we are in full agreement. There's like at least 30 minutes more than that cut from this movie. There's clearly stuff.
Might have been like a pandemic decision too, like just to get more showings or something. But
something was made, because even then, like there was those set photos from a long time ago when it was Alexander Skarsgård and Isaac Gonzalez. They're like getting into a fight outside of it, but
yeah,
that environment was completely different. So and then we also had actors that were filming stuff that were completely cut from the movie. Lance Reddick, who only has like 2 lines in the movie, he was supposed to be the director of Monarch. And even Adam Wingard talked about, there was this whole scene about setting things up. Ren Serizawa, completely cut from this movie. You can tell, because immediately when you see kind of the beginning of the movie, it's like he has kind of that scene where he stares down to Godzilla. Well, because they spent a lot of money on those shots, there's no way they're going to cut that. But it tells you something right there that there's more to it with that look he gives. Like, why else would they dwell on that? Isaac Gonzalez said her role was kind of shortened a bit. Just for the record, I didn't hate this movie. I did enjoy it. I thought it was pretty fun. I've seen it twice, but you can tell there's a lot cut from this thing.
This was sensory overload, especially the last fight between the 2 of them was so fast and brutal and like, oh my God. Like,
it's pretty awesome though. Like,
I mean, Godzilla's like crawling on the ground. Like, what the fuck is going on?
He stops his fucking heart. I guess we should say full spoilers ahead for this thing, but
it's in the title.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to say this too. What is it? Zhang Zi? She is completely cut from this movie. She was supposed to, remember when she was cast supposed to be a key role in both movies? What happened to that?
Yeah, she was the first cast member for this.
Right, and she's completely omitted. Jessica Henwick's completely omitted. There were scenes that we saw, like set photos of scenes that are completely cut. I'm telling you, there's at least.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm telling you, there's got to be at least 30 minutes of this movie on the cutting room floor. There's no way there isn't.
Weird.
Because I know you were saying something about the 3-hour cut of King of the Monsters, but like that one didn't really feel like it was cut to shreds, though. Like this one, you can tell.
Doherty said it was basically just a bunch of human sequences that set up more exposition and stuff and filled scenes. Yeah, but this feels like they had entire characters. That's crazy. I mean,
right. Like this is definitely something very different. So I know, and Wingard is saying, "Oh, this is my definitive version." I see. That's the thing. Directors at Warner Brothers, in particular, say this a lot. Like, look at David Ayer with Suicide Squad. I love how we're just talking about deleted scenes as opposed to just.
I still think that Legendary is different though, because Legendary cares about their filmmakers. Like if Doherty came, and I discussed this in my little thing I talked about the Doherty thing. Like if he came out and said to the Legendary, I want to get my Godzilla the series thing out, they could probably get it done. You know, like they care about their directors, they could do it. But I guess we should talk about, I wrote down a couple notes, like things that I just thought about during the movie. A lot of like Godzilla, I don't want to say references, but a lot of like moments that I was like, oh my God, this was like a Heisei movie. Like especially when he comes to Hong Kong.
Right.
Like-
Okay, here Godzilla's atomic breath has gotten way more powerful. He literally drills to the center of the earth. Like,
Yeah.
did it go several thousand miles? Like, how did that, or were they just under Hong Kong the whole time?
That's actually, maybe it's just because like you only saw the movie once. Why did he go there? Did Mechagodzilla make him go to the Hollow Earth
So-
to where, or to Hong Kong to where Kong was?
So
'Cause I
when they
saw
ran
yeah.
their test with Mechagodzilla and the Skull Crawlers, basically what happened was the thing went off and that sent out a signal, and then Godzilla changed direction and went back
Yeah, I
to
saw
the
that.
apex base. So that's what happened.
Oh, right, the X-Pax base. I still don't
Right,
know why
the eye went
so-
off. So
They must have made him like know how to just drill down right to this. I mean, that was I don't know. But then again, that's probably where a longer movie could have made it feel more cohesive. But I mean, holy and so a couple notes I have here. The whole movie felt like King Kong escapes to me. Yes, because it's like we're gonna use Kong to go find this thing.
it's very
Um,
King Kong escapes.
And
Like,
then
it's
there
King Kong
was also
escapes.
76 and lives as well with the whole the heartbeat thing, and then the heart surgery, heart shock kind of thing. It's like
Well, the electricity felt like a nod to the original King Kong versus Godzilla. Did you see the tree bit? Like he shoved the axe in his mouth. It was
Yeah.
clearly the we had the balloons bit, we had the raft thing. So there's a lot of influence of various Kong films. No King Kong Lives. Well, actually, you're right. There was that little bit. Dang, it seemed like I think the only one they didn't really pay homage to was really kind of like the Jackson version. Not that I can think of.
except that maybe the visuals like the Hollow Earth and stuff.
Right, maybe that too. I don't know. It's tough to say.
I gotta say though, so the person that I thought ruined the ending, they lied to me. They actually told me the wrong thing, so I was very shocked when Kong killed Mechagodzilla. What the fuck?
Yeah, like, well, it was kind of a team thing. I mean,
I know because he charged the axe and whatnot, but I was like, I heard that Godzilla rips his head off. When's it gonna happen?
Well, I really think after Kong ripped the head off, that Godzilla should have just blasted the torso and just blown it up right there.
Yeah, he got his ass kicked by Mechagodzilla.
It wasn't even a fight; it was a complete beatdown. It wasn't even close.
You got your beam thing though.
I did get my beam battle. I wish it would have gone on just a little bit longer, but it was still pretty cool. I'm like, I fuck it. Like, because there's that shot where you kind of like, they have like the two of the beams colliding, and then you cut to Godzilla, like, and you just see like the intensity, and then boom, shit, got knocked the fuck out.
I have the movie up on HBO Max now because I was trying to find the opening credit whiteout things, trying to read them.
I think one of them said Rodan defeated him. Like, is Rodan dead? Like, but then again, that could be like all with additional scenes because Ren Serizawa is not even a character in this movie. Like,
one of the cave paintings, one of like the cave paintings in the opening credits is clearly 100% Mothra in the background of Godzilla and Kong fighting. I swear to God.
I don't know. Mothra's not even referenced. Like I said,
except there is. I actually do want to find that part of the movie when you see the list of Brian Tyree Henry's podcasts. One of them said Mothra. And I want to.
This was a few years after King of the Monsters. See, there's something like I feel like the fight scenes are the best in this universe for sure. Like the two action fight sequences are the best. I do think this movie needed a little bit more time to breathe. Because, like, I'll say this though, in King of the Monsters, when Godzilla first faces off against Ghidorah, it's like this slow build up, and they kind of had that little stare down, and then like the music really builds up to this epic moment, and then boom, the clash happens. I felt like if we could have gotten little moments like that building into the fight scenes, I think it would have been a little bit stronger.
I mean, I will say, like, I was like totally like reactionless at least their last fight. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? It was so fucking ridiculous. I was like, what the hell?
My favorite part is when Godzilla hits him with his breath and he smiles.
I know. That was... Oh, man. There's a bunch of moments that I just can't remember, but in the theater, I was like, oh, this is so classic Kong or classic Godzilla. And I was like, oh, this is great. I mean, I have to tell you, it is like so nice being in the theater, seeing Godzilla go and destroy shit, basically. I mean...
Dude, he went fucking ham. Like, they went excessive on the atomic breath because it felt like in 2014 this one feels so different different.
I know,
like it just felt like he just beam spammed a lot. Like he just went all out. I mean, there's some there's some pretty intense atomic breath scenes. Like the atomic breath seems way stronger than ever. At least that's what I think. I do kind of wish we
Yeah.
got more quieter moments with Godzilla, because I felt like in King of the Monsters we had like a lot of character moments that really fleshed out his personality. Here he's
Oh,
only
there's got to be a cut somewhere. Like when he's swimming in the ocean and like Mechagodzilla beams to him. Like there's got to be something else there. Yeah. Like I mean,
right, right. Because this is definitely a Kong movie with Godzilla in it. Like it's
yeah.
because
He
Godzilla only
doesn't
shows
have a
up.
lot.
Yeah, Godzilla's only just there to kind of wreck shit. I mean, again, that's what he does in a lot of movies, but like there was no like character arc for him per se in this one, I guess. I mean,
I think
the
the
fight,
thing is like
the fight and all that
there's
went
a
the way
lot
I
of-
wanted.
I mean there's a lot of problems. Like I have like problems with things that like I would think they could have done better, but like I'm just like so like dumbfounded by the crazy shit that I watched that I can't really think like be too mad about it right now.
Yep. I mean, how can you not cheer when they're fighting alongside each other? They just both grab and just shove him through the building.
Oh my god, yeah, when they grabbed his oh my god. That, you know what? As much as I hated, I was like, oh, that team up's gonna be stupid. It was pretty fun.
Right, and
And
it
it's
worked
pretty
too. Like
epic.
we did have a clear winner, and you know what? It's
Yeah.
pretty much what I predicted, and kind of with the way I thought the fight should go. Like well over a year or so ago, I thought they should fight. Godzilla should win, but ultimately, you know, Kong earns his respect. I didn't expect
I will
Kong
say,
to come in to kill Mechagodzilla, but
yeah, I kind of like there was a couple moments there where I was like sitting there like King Kong is fighting Mechagodzilla. What am I watching?
oh
What
yeah,
the
for sure.
fuck? What the
Can we just
hell am I
say this
watching?
is like the most ridiculously OP Mechagodzilla? I
Oh my
mean,
God.
Jesus.
Oh, here it is. Here's the list of podcasts. 250, 245 Godzilla's son, Attack 244 Mothra pregnancy theory. So
What?
who's baby daddy?
Oh my God.
Avoiding apex trackers, Godzilla missing, Titan still dormant. So yeah, that's interesting.
There's a lot to kind of go through the film because, like I said, oh yeah, where's Alan Jonah? Somebody said he's not in the movie. Again, I feel like there's a lot cut. I mean, I even heard rumblings of a post-credit scene they cut. I watched a YouTube video, and the whole thing was the initial post-credit scene. Again, I can't confirm any of this, but somebody said they got a signal from outer space signaling that aliens are coming next.
Oh my God, Space Godzilla.
You know what? Fuck it. Aliens are the next logical step. So you need to have organically created Titans and then aliens. I mean, can you believe? I am in shock at how much futuristic shit is in this movie. Like,
Well, you know the way that I look at it too, and I was going to talk about this, but I just talk about it here. I think like the kind of genre shift. I think it's a pretty good reflection because the first Godzilla movie is you're thrown into this as the public is thrown into it. The public doesn't know anything about Monarch until all this shit. So you're getting the perspective of like what the general world knows about all this stuff, and then we slowly find out what Monarch knows about it. So
Right.
like I know as much as Ford Brody does in the first movie, but you know, so that's why that one feels more removed. That's at least the explanation they could use is like, oh, it's just what the public knows. So like you don't know about all this crazy. And speaking of, I feel like there's so much mythos about the ancient rivalry that they brushed over that I want to know more about.
that I'm the same way there. I'm like, there's so much like worth exploring still in this movie. Again, that could have been the extended cut stuff because I'm just wondering what those scenes were. You know what I mean? Because there was so much like omitted from this movie. I think the novelization is going to flesh it all out.
Maybe that is basically the extended cut.
Maybe I'm definitely
I
going
might have to read it.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, it feels like there's a lot of key elements missing in this movie. So,
Damn.
yeah,
When
it's
they get
crazy.
Kong
man.
on the ship. Hey, you know what? That's a trope that they never explain how they get Kong on the ship, and I'm okay with it.
Okay, what's up with Skull Island? Like the whole thing was taken out by the storm.
So it sounds like it got flooded or something. So they pulled the sun off. Why did they show us?
Right, because you don't see it's the containment field, but like, I don't know.
Well, I guess it makes sense though. It does make sense, kind of like, I don't think it happened recently. Like I think it's something that had happened for a long time because we haven't seen the island since '95. So like it totally makes sense.
I don't know because we did see the island like 5 years ago. I mean, but when they in King of the Monsters credits, Like everyone's going to Skull Island. Okay, what's Skull Island unstable? Seek origins of Titans.
They were drawn to Skull Island. What the hell? Look. Oh, Kong's like Hollow Earth Palace. I'm looking at it right now with the big statue. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm just like the fuck.
The Hollow Earth shit was so. You know what? They did a lot of. They took what King Kong Lives like kind of did right, like this whole non-verbal storytelling, and they really ran with it.
Yeah, like that's some of my favorite stuff there. Where like the best actor in the movie is still the actress playing Gia. It's her first movie, but she outacted everybody else in it. I'll just say that straight up. I like the scene where like Kong is discovering the gravity and he's just kind of flying through the air and just floating. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, they were doing like the fucking like touching God's hand thing.
Yeah, it was. God damn it, I didn't realize that till just now. But like, there's so much shit. Like the Hollow Earth stuff's really, really cool. I kind of wish we spent a little bit more time there. I really kind of got to know it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like resetting to the final battle right now. Godzilla just turns his head like, you roaring at me, motherfucker.
Okay, Godzilla wins. Let's just talk about that. Fuck yeah, he won. I'm glad he won.
A good ending too. I mean, I feel like the fight was fast, but I was totally okay with it just because there was so much going on.
Yeah, like 5 minutes from the beginning of it to the end of it.
Yeah, I think Chris Stuckman might have said it, or maybe it was somebody else, but like the idea of like them moving slow is totally gone. Like this felt like Raids Again level of like, holy shit.
Right, I've never seen Godzilla so vicious. Like,
well, maybe not that bad, but he ran towards Mechagodzilla. Did you see that?
Yeah,
like,
he did.
Fuck this.
But then he kept getting hit by missiles. He's like, ah, shit. I mean, he was pretty exhausted from this. He just got in a big epic bout with Kong. He got hit with the fucking axe. So he's clearly in pain, but he still won the fight. And then Kong had to get his heart resuscitated. I like the fact he doesn't straight up kind of kill him. He just kind of just like yells at him, just like, that's right. You lose.
Well, it's kind of like you know your place kind of thing. Like, don't try again. It's like
right. He doesn't outright try to murder him, which is it's not like when he was fighting Ghidorah where he just fucking hates him. Like Kong, he's just like, know your fucking place.
My God, I'm just rewatching this fucking battle right now. Yeah, he did. I'm gonna see what people are saying. He did a little shoulder shake before
this fight
running
felt like
Godzilla
Pacific Road Uprising, and that's fine. Yeah, Uprising has a pretty exciting climax. Like the rest of the movie's pretty meh, but I like the final fight. He did a little shoulder shake before running at Mechagodzilla.
I really, really like a lot of stuff here. I just felt like there's so much unexplored. Like there has to be.
Maybe it was Ghidorah Storm messing up the storm around Skull Island. Maybe.
I thought that shit too.
Yep, he did the same thing with Rodan. Yeah, Godzilla's like, stand the fuck down. Also, my favorite death of the movie is what is it, like the Simmons guy, like the main head of Apex, just rambling on about his stupid plan, and then he just gets fucking murdered.
Right.
That was the funniest part of the movie. Okay, so we have Team Kong and Team Godzilla. Maddie's friend is completely useless outside of just pouring a bottle of alcohol on a machine. Like, he could have been cut from the movie, I feel like. But then again, maybe he had more stuff to do in the deleted scenes.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I think Mark Russell was probably the best part of King of the Monsters, and he's barely here.
Yeah, well, we know for a fact there were additional scenes because Adam Wingard said it was Monarch. Monarch is not even really a factor, I feel like, in this movie. Like Monarch's
well, they are.
distant.
We just follow the people from one containment facility.
Right. Like you don't really follow like the heads of Monarch like you did in the previous Godzilla movies. Yeah, everyone's saying Ren Serizawa was wasted, and I agree. Like, I feel like there's so much that was cut. There has to be. There's no way they just name drop Serizawa's son and not have it at least in the script.
Did they even say the name Serizawa at all?
They did. They're like, Mr. Ren Serizawa. Like what was the guy's name? Bill Simmons or whatever.
He was pretty. Like, you know what? I kind of like him because he's just he feels like Doctor Who from. King
he
Kong
does
Escape,
feel like Doctor Who.
Exactly. I was like, yeah, dude, this is kind of fun.
Yeah, he's having fun with it. He's just like, crazy ideas made me rich. Aha.
This is my plan for Mechagodzilla.
My mecha. Yeah, my mecha.
That was cringe. I didn't like when he said, it's a Mechagodzilla. I was like, oh
Yeah,
my
like Walter Simmons. Why am I saying Bill Simmons? Walter Simmons. Walter Simmons. He's one. He is the most. He's the Dos Equis guy, basically.
yeah.
It's like if the Dos Equis guy ran like a crazy corporation. He's like Apex. Okay, like Mechagodzilla, drifting technology. Like, are we going to cross over with Pacific Rim next?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I immediately thought of it. I was like, dude, they literally went Pacific Rim with this shit. I thought he was going to control him the whole movie, and I was so glad that it was like it went on its own thing, which also should have been explained more. Like, I wish we really had more obvious of a like, oh, this is a King Ghidorah thing, like except for the one mention.
It's pretty clear it is because they lost control, and then you could see the skull activated, and
it's just like lost potential with it. Like, there should have been more moments where Godzilla was like, oh my god.
Right, you can kind of tell. Like I like the moment where he tries to do the kiss of death, like grabbing the jaw, like it's your turn now, and like you definitely like if Kong didn't show up, Godzilla would be dead. Like I don't think I've ever seen him get his ass beat so badly.
I got my Kong tried to break Godzilla's jaw thing too.
Yep, only to get like burned several times trying to do it. But man, like that was a good fight though. Like Kong, I like Kong being like constantly thinking his way out of situations, like climbing in the buildings, throwing something as a distraction, jumping on his back. Like Kong's agility, like even Godzilla's kind of getting excited too. Like he finally hits him once in the back, and then he just smiles. Like that's the funniest moment of the fight scene. It's just this derpy face he makes. He's like, "Yay!"
Yeah.
Oh man. I gotta kind of skim through and look at it, but then we have.
Do you have it open?
I got it on my phone, so I'll look at it that way.
Let's see.
Guys, I'm heading out.
Tries to pull a 2014. Yeah.
Let me take a look.
We'll see if my intro gets me demonetized this time. I tried to bleep part of it. The dropkick sequence was sweet. Where Kong? Where? I don't remember. What I rate the movie, I can't give a rating at an hour after seeing it.
Yeah, like
all I can say is there are like things I have wanted to see my entire life that I saw, and things I didn't know I wanted to see. So there you go.
This fight's pretty great. I'm rewatching it now, like the stare down. I really feel like the score has some good moments with Kong and some bits with Godzilla, but man, does it really lack the punch from Bear McCreary? Like, because McCreary just like that score elevated every scene so much. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I felt the music in Godzilla was like attack scenes though.
Yeah, you could feel it there, but like just the build up to like the clashes, like you could feel it. Like I'd probably rank this score like third in the MonsterVerse if I'm being honest. It's ahead of Skull Island, but it's behind 2014 and it's behind Bear McCreary because I put McCreary's at number 1, then I go Desplots for 2, and then Junkie XL 3.
I'm just watching Mechagodzilla spam rockets. Like, oh my god, this thing went fucking nuts.
Okay, how about the fact that Godzilla gets stabbed in the leg with the axe and he takes it with his teeth and flings it?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Cool. This is a vicious fight though. Like, I mean, god
the
damn.
Whole movie had vicious fights. The war bat, he just starts eating its head.
Yeah, he starts drinking it like it's the berry juice, and then like somebody's like, I'm gonna throw up. But like I said, it's a very fast-paced fight. Like it's definitely not slow movements. Like they're super fast. Like Kong is agile.
I'm gonna say that this is the best fight we've seen.
Yeah, it's definitely the best fight in the MonsterVerse, for sure. I mean, boom! Look at there's the tree down the throat.
You know what? It had all of the speed of. It kind of took the speed of the Skullcrawler fight, amped it up a little bit, and made more impact. Basically.
Mm-hmm. But it's exciting too. Like, I mean, just because Kong is so agile, he makes it more of a exciting fight. But Godzilla's agile too. Like, man, he gets stabbed with the axe right in the leg, takes it out with his teeth, and just flings it. And then you got your team up. But I like how it kind of ends in like respect.
I don't get the ending, if you want to be honest. So was Godzilla telling Kong to go to the Hollow Earth or follow him? Because I couldn't understand.
No, I think it was like, are we going to do this again? And then Kong's like, fuck no.
Because Godzilla motioned his tail and he's like, let's go. So I thought they were going to like walk off together in the sun.
Okay, I just watched the part where he smiled again. It's the best part because he's firing everything, and then he finally hits him, and Kong just goes flying.
Yeah.
Boom, and then Godzilla just smiles. He's so happy. Oh yeah, he jammed the axe in his throat just like the tree. Kong just jumping through the building, swinging up like he made the fight really exciting because you have two really distinct fighting styles.
Yeah. Oh my
And plus
God.
the neon lights
Jesus.
help too because you could see every action sequence. Like even the ship battle's pretty cool. Like he takes the plane, throws it like a dagger, the guy ejects out of it. Like it feels like a theme park ride. Like I said, when it gets to the movie delivers in the fights where it counts. Like it more than delivers on the action sequences.
I was trying to see where the Hong Kong fight starts at about 1:20.
It's like a 15-minute final battle stuff. Like, because you have that, then
And
you go right
then-
into Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla's killed at like 1:40. So this is like 21 minutes of just.
Oh yeah. But man,
Um,
Kong puts up a hell of a fight though. Like he's just constantly moving.
You know what? He feels like Peter Jackson Kong a lot. He walked on all fours in this movie many times, more than he was upright.
Yep. Yeah, somebody's like Kong pretty much submits though. He lays down the axe like he kind of accepts Godzilla as the true alpha, but like in kind of like a respectful way. Like, look, you do your thing. We're not fighting anymore. I don't want to. Boom.
Yeah, I guess there was a bit more of a moment of recognition that Godzilla makes to fire up the axe than I thought, but still,
That to me was really clever because he learned that his atomic breath supercharged it, so he saw that position. That goes to show his intelligence too. But man, I mean,
why is Mechagodzilla bleeding like oil?
I don't know what he's like. How did they even get that energy? I was so confused by we're gonna recreate the energy source. How? Like you pulled the source from the core and then you can did you teleport it? Like I don't understand. There's so much bullshit science in this movie. I mean, you just kind of have to accept
It's okay though. I just wish I understood more of it.
Right. I was really pleased to fight on Godzilla and Kong. Yeah, they didn't have a lot of cutaways in the fight. They focused on it.
I just love that he just holds the head up like this is my trophy. I never knew I wanted to see Kong holding Mechagodzilla's dead head.
Okay, like I'm watching the part in the fight where Godzilla's like he's kind of crawling through the city, like sniffing, like where is he? And Kong's like on the top of a building. Somehow it's not caving in due to his weight. He throws like a piece of the building to distract Godzilla. Then he jumps behind him and boom, smashes his face in.
Yeah,
Hong
he throws,
Kong
like,
is
the crane thingy or whatever.
Okay, quick question. I think if Godzilla went Burning Godzilla, he could have beaten Mechagodzilla.
Sure.
Like in his normal form.
It's hard to tell though because the Hollow Earth energy source is basically the same thing as the axe, right? So like we don't really know how powerful that is compared to anything.
Yep.
Oh, I paused on the beam battle. Oh my god, this is insane! Holy shit!
Boom. I'm watching the part. Boom. Godzilla tries to crawl, and like he's vicious. Like he is just constantly coming after him. Like he's crawling on all fours, snapping and fighting, and he's scratching the shit out of him. Oh, that's amazing. Slice.
Yeah, and Godzilla gets burned by Mechagodzilla's beam. I don't think we've ever seen him get hurt like that.
Oh yeah, looking closely, you can see kind of the blood.
When he got shocked, you could see his rib cage.
So Godzilla's foot stomping on Kong.
I wish.
And then he just stares at him. He's looking at him. Again, I'm rewatching this fight as we're talking. He's a croc, and Kong's
rip Kong's toes.
I love the part where they just kind of yell at each other is funny. The whole my theater laughed at that. Like my theater was pretty packed yesterday, actually.
I got seeing this in IMAX, it'll blew my mind, but it was still fun.
Yeah, I did see an IMAX. I like the fact he finally, because like he had his foot down, and then Kong finally yells like he's saying "Uncle," and Godzilla starts to walk away. Kong's like, "Wait, I ain't done yet." Jack, shut up.
Hey, you know what?
I'm tired of the Save Mothra jokes. They're done. We've
They
heard
really
it for
did do
5
the,
fucking years.
the lightning thing. That kind of I more thought of that as like the King Kong Lives revival thing, but you know.
Yeah, somebody says Godzilla having new powers. He doesn't have any new powers that I saw in the movie. It's just the atomic breath.
Yeah. I think Mechagodzilla was underutilized too. Like, where was his tail being cool, except for like maybe looking like it could charge up some kind of thing at the
No,
end
his
of it.
tail was like a drill. Did you see that? It was like ready to just stab them.
Right, well, yeah, because Kong like stopped it or whatever. Yeah, I said,
Mhm.
Jesus. Oh my God, you know, okay, I paused on it. This made me laugh. Mechagodzilla's like supercharged kick stomp into Godzilla's head.
Dude, Godzilla gets the shit beaten out of him so badly in this movie. It's unbelievable how badly he gets his ass kicked. Like it's actually kind of comedic. Like I just love the fact that there's so much ridiculous stuff in this movie.
Oh yeah. You know what? I will say I don't think that the trailer spoiled too much.
Well, it showed the final shots basically, but without us realizing it.
I predicted that might be the end, but I wasn't sure.
Boom. I like the
Yeah,
fact
this
that
is crazy.
Mechagodzilla is just to possess Ghidorah, though. So it's like he's coming
Yeah,
back.
I do too, and I wish they went more into that for some
Again,
reason.
I feel like there's a lot of deleted scenes. Yeah, the Hollow Earth stuff was pretty cool. You know, I'm just rewatching the fight. Godzilla's running. He's charging. I mean, he's been through some shit. He just fought one kaiju. He's got to fight his superior Mecha-G, because Mecha-G's got missiles and everything. Again, I think this movie reiterated Mechagodzilla as Godzilla's toughest opponent, like, at least in my opinion. Boom.
They played the Man of Steel theme. I can't get over that when Kong jumped on Mecha-G. Did they? Really?
I didn't really hear that, Jack. Okay, Mechagodzilla's got like these sonic boom punches. Like boom, Godzilla's just getting his ass handed to him just so badly.
Yep.
Oh man, he just chucks him around like a rag doll. He's grabbing him by the head, slamming it into buildings.
Oh, you know, I can hear that a little bit, Jack. Only a little bit. Like, it sounds like it could have been like Hans Zimmer, but it's not exactly.
I'm just so happy I got my fucking beam battle. I wish it went on a little bit longer, but I at least got it. Boom, he just smashes his head through everything. I'm not dead yet. I also like the fact that when Kong gets up, he's just like, fuck, there's two of them. And then Gia's talking to him, and she's like, you got to help Godzilla. And then he's like, screw that guy. You know?
Yeah, you know what? Seeing Godzilla and Kong working together was kind of cute, wasn't it?
It was. They it's like they kind of like grab one arm, like, look, this guy's clearly a bigger threat. But it's like, are we gonna do this shit again? Nah, man, I ain't fighting. You go ahead. Just leave. We're not friends, though.
Oh my God. So many great images in this movie. Poor Skullcrawler. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Man, there's like so much, like, God, there's so much mythos stuff. Like, God damn it.
I want a longer version of this movie. I want all that deleted stuff. I know some
Snyder
people.
Cut really opens the door to that sort of thing.
Yeah, and this movie's good. But the thing is, this movie's actually getting really good reviews. It's the best reviewed MonsterVerse film. And again, like, I feel like there's some definite problems, but like rewatching it again, it just gets more. I'm enjoying it more the second time. But is it my favorite MonsterVerse film? I still got to go King of the Monsters is my favorite. I know some people would disagree with me, including you, but I still think that's my favorite. But, you know, maybe time will change things. This one definitely has the best action. There's my beam battle. Look at it go.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, that's so cool. And then, boom! Like it's like playing Save the Earth. You're just doing you're clicking the buttons, and then somebody
yeah,
beats you in
I
that.
kind of made a prediction too that this was going to be a Kong movie essentially.
Yeah, I do wish we would have gotten a little bit more with Godzilla. Like I said, just kind of more character moments, like just kind of
Well,
spending
that's why
time with him.
Mechagodzilla is kind of like almost like an unfortunate thing to me because that they could have done a lot more with that because it had directly to do with Godzilla. You know, like there are 2 stories in this movie, and they essentially gave us 3/4 of like Kong's story and like 1/4 of Godzilla's story.
Well, I can kind of
Which was-
understand. Well, making Kong a central character is a good idea.
No, I agree, but like we still could have had a longer cut and still let him be the main character. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, yeah, like even maybe you don't have to follow as much as Godzilla's story, but I at least want to see some of that connection with like Ghidorah and stuff. Explain
Boom.
more.
Man, I'm just watching this fight. Godzilla gets like no offense in it, like the whole fight. Like there's not even like a moment. The big fight was so first season Dragon Ball Z, Kong is Goku, Godzilla's Piccolo, Mechagodzilla is Raditz. Yeah, you can kind of see that.
I also love how Kong actually does better against Mechagodzilla, maybe because he already blew his arsenal, but
Well, you also got to, yeah, that could be it too. But even then, if Kong was going solo, he was going to die too. It had to be a team effort. And even then, like, Gia has to convince him to go fight. Again, the little actress, she was really good. She's the best actor in the movie, like by far. Like the stuff between her and Kong was really good. The other humans, Team Godzilla, Bernie had a few funny bits. Maddie didn't do like anything in the final act. Like she was a whole, like she
I'll
just
tell
kind
you
of
one
stood
thing I
around.
do appreciate about it is that where a movie like it's something that I think this movie did that Kong Skull Island did a little bit, but not King of the Monsters, is they have all a bajillion characters, and at least this movie tried to give them some kind of backstory. Like, oh, my brother died in the Hollow Earth. Okay, cool. That makes you more interesting a little bit. Like, you know, at least they have something behind them and shit. I don't know.
Boom! I'm just watching Mechagodzilla just drag Godzilla through everything. We also got to remember this is Ghidorah kind of getting revenge too. When you think about it, this is how we get our Mechagodzilla. Again, like he's grabbing the jaw, he's ready to do the kiss of death thing. Like it's just, and then Kong comes in, boom.
It's so fucking brutal. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm listening, Jack. See if I can hear the Man of Steel bit. The music's not loud enough, though. I feel like it's so quiet in the background, you can barely hear it at times. I think that's an issue. But it is an exciting fight. Like, compare this to, like, I'm definitely getting some 70... There's definitely some Mechagodzilla 74 vibes. That's, like, my favorite of the Showa eras. Like, my favorite fight in the Godzilla series is the King Caesar and Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. That's kind of what we got with this thing. And it kind of makes sense, too. Given the fact
Jack,
that Kong,
I said that I heard it.
given the fact that Kong is basically King Caesar, they share the same roar.
Jack just keeps re-saying it. Jack, I've watched it. I know. It kind of sounds like Man of Steel. He's very excited about that.
Man, and there's Mechagodzilla's tail, the spinning spike thing. But yeah, like Kong just seems to do better against Mechagodzilla. Well, I mean, then again, like Mechagodzilla is trying to fight off both of them, and even then, it's like I kind of wish there was a little bit more of a team up type kind of final thing. But I guess it makes sense because Kong's kind of the hero, and he's kind of deserves like a finishing blow since he lost the fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trade-off. Like, okay, who's going to get the who's going to get? If Godzilla wins the fight,
just think too that like we need more of the, because Mechagodzilla has a personality. I just think we needed more of like a Ghidorah connection than we got. If that even makes sense. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I didn't look at them fighting. Like, oh, that's like King Ghidorah's brain fighting Godzilla again. I didn't feel that for some reason. Like there was no big stare standoff kind of thing. But he was pretty pissed. He did kind of run at him, but still, I don't know.
I just think I think it's cool how Godzilla charged the axe though. Like that to me was that's a cool team up move though, because like it was a power boost. I thought it would have been. He's kind of exhausted though by the time he's fighting, and Kong using the axe. Godzilla's like, "All right, you got this. I need to catch my breath."
Mechagodzilla didn't roar enough, but the one roar that he did do was pretty cool when he like first came out.
Yeah, he fucking slaughters a skull crawler with ease, and I guess Apex has been moving him.
Yeah,
Godzilla's like, "Come on, catch!" Oh man, there's some cool shit in this movie.
I really want to see what happened to Skull Island.
yeah,
maybe
I'm
that's
kind of
the
the same
anime.
way. Maybe.
Jesus. What else did I write down? Yeah, no, just when I was watching, I think because Godzilla attacks the first place and then he attacks Hong Kong, the Florida and then Hong Kong, right? So yeah, because when he first comes to Hong Kong, doesn't he come and like start running through the streets and shit? That felt like a fucking straight out of a '90s movie. Like it literally felt like Destroyer's beginning or something like that.
Yes,
Crazy.
you don't really feel the hatred, the same energy when Godzilla and Mechagodzilla face that him and Ghidorah face because there's that history there. See, I didn't really feel the history between the Godzilla and Kong species. I just felt like the movie told me that they had it, but you never really felt that.
You could see it in their eyes, but I feel like it's kind of out of nowhere. Like I honestly, if you want to be totally honest, I feel like they could have done more building to that in King of the Monsters, maybe, because they set up like, oh look, Godzilla and Ghidorah have this rivalry, but it's like he's invasive. They should have.
You could
They
tell
should have been like he has an actual rival, but this is an alien. You know, like.
Well, you felt the rivalry between Godzilla and Ghidorah. Like as soon as he sees him, you can see it, the facial emotion that like I hate this guy, and you got the sense.
I'm saying you can see it in Godzilla and Kong too. I just feel like at least in King of the Monsters they had like an explanation scene of their history. They don't really do that here, except for the opening credits. So
I feel like it was cut. I really do.
Yeah.
Somebody says when Skull Island was absorbed by a storm, do you think it might have been Ghidorah's storm?
Yeah, that's a good idea. But he's dead. So, but again, it probably happened before all this. So wait, no, because so Skull Island's totally gone then.
The containment field's still on there. All the Iwi are dead.
So in the containment, the island's like what? Flooded? Like
it's just a constant storm around it, I guess.
Yeah. It's very strange.
Yep. I do kind of feel like
This
the ending
movie-
bit was a little bit rushed. A bit. Like they kind of hurried up through it. I kind of wish they would have dwelled on it a little bit more. I know I keep mentioning King of the Monsters, but like that final shot is really iconic to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that final shot's to me like the best final shot in the Monsterverse.
To me, this feels like the ending of 2014, where it's like it's just an ending that can be taken anywhere. It can be the end. It could be more.
Yeah,
you know,
it
Godzilla
definitely
goes to the ocean.
It
You know,
definitely
that's
it definitely got those vibes, but like for me, like I kind of wish it would have been a little bit longer because 2014, like you really felt Godzilla slowly walk away. You know what I'm saying? Like it breathed. Like there needed to be a little bit more breathing room in this movie. And again, a lot of it I feel like is in the editing bay. So that's just me. Oh, look what you got there. Super
Canadian.
chat. If I was free with Kong beating Godzilla,
Jack. Hey, I can read it. It's massive shit. Okay. The fight was pretty even with Kong beating Godzilla leading up to the axe scene. After that, though, it's done for Kong. I was wondering why he didn't attack Godzilla when he was down after the axe part. Which part?
With Mecha G, probably.
Wait. I was wondering why he didn't attack Godzilla when he was down after the axe part. Well, he kind of submitted at that point. He couldn't stand up. He did try to attack, unless you're talking about something totally different.
Post-credit Destroyer, though, pretty awesome. If only. Where were the other Titans?
Yeah.
Well, you had the ones in the Hollow Earth, but the other ones are just... It said, like, destroyed or defeated at the beginning. I'm like, are they all dead?
You know what I was actually thinking? And maybe this is like... maybe this is... I don't know. I feel like there's another movie that could have been here. Like, not even like an extended cut. I feel like this could have been a 2-part movie, or they could have done another one before it.
Yeah.
Like, they should have done Kong, too. They should have done, here's what happened to Skull Island, here's how we got here, show Gia and
We're going to
everything.
get the comics that'll tell us what happened, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Which, by the way, next week... Well, it's Heavy Destroyer's not even in the movie, so...
I really have to get the novelization. Yeah, well, I guess because we know that what's her name? Jessica Henwick isn't even in the movie at all. There's 100% cut stuff.
Zhang Zi, you know.
Yes, right. Yeah, her and some
twins.
other... I remember
Not
because I
in the
covered
movie.
it in my channel like 3 years ago now. I was like, hey, the first casted people are Dr. Chen and Dr. Chen's assistant.
Yep. Not in the movie.
Very weird.
Mm-hmm. There's also some stuff I remember. There were set photos. Was it Millie Bobby Brown that weren't even like in the movie?
Right, she was in like Hawaii or something.
Not in the movie. There was
Yeah,
that.
remember oh, you know what? So the car that Julian Dennison's brother's is whatever, it's a storm chaser. Remember that they had the thing like category something Titan or something, like it was a storm.
Yeah, that's
Maybe,
true.
like, that's like a whole that could have been a whole thing too. Maybe it was a Godzilla attack scene that was cut.
Maybe. I don't know. I just feel like there's stuff missing. But like,
And
I
that's
feel
not
like
saying that what we got is not good or satisfactory. It's just like there feels like there's so much that could have made it stronger.
well, there's stuff that they cut that doesn't make it satisfactory. Having Dr. Serizawa's son and doing absolutely nothing with it is very unsatisfactory. I need to know what these scenes were. It's bothering me now. Like,
I just think that their fights were just so incredibly mind blowing that I can't be mad at anything. But
well, the fights, like I said, that's the thing. I feel like every MonsterVerse movie has like an aspect to it that it does really, really well. And if you take the best elements of all four films, you have into like the next movie, you'll have the perfect film. Because the best cast is still in Skull Island. The best lead, I'd still say, was Mark Russell in King of the Monsters. Best score as well. Best action scenes definitely in this one. The most suspense was clearly in 2014. Like, you're definitely like on the edge of your seat in anticipation. Definitely the best.
I will say this is the first time since 2014 that I've at least felt Godzilla's impact, or at least like the fear of what's he gonna do when he comes out of the water. You know, that kind of thing. Jack says check the group chat. Okay. I'll look, Jack. Okay.
Yeah, I miss Mothra too. You know who misses Mothra? Godzilla. That's your girl, dog.
Yeah. So the ending, Godzilla swims away. Yeah, he does this like little motion with his tail. To me, it looked like follow me at first. And I was like, what are they doing with this? I'm trying to rewatch it and understand what I'm looking at. Because it looked like Kong was ready to fight again, honestly.
That's a lot of fish. Oh, we had a That's a Lot of Fish reference to the movie.
Yeah, he ate fish.
That's true.
So then they set up the new Skull Island in Hollow Earth. Yep.
Kevin is Mechagodzilla.
Also, there's a lot more with Kong's like history. Like, we need more explanation for what that fucking temple was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. We definitely need more.
So many cool things that they introduced, but also so many things that like I want to know more about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm trying to read more comments. What movie do you think they should make next? They could. They had the door open to do anything.
Yeah, they pretty much. I think aliens are the next step. Aliens and organic kaiju, or Titans.
If you want to be honest, I think that Mechagodzilla is a crazier step than Ghidorah. But I think that organic Titans would be the next step, like Biolante or something like that.
Organic Titans, alien invasion. That's the next way you can go. That's the only way to go from here. So I would think maybe a Destroyer for the next one, and then alien invasion for the next movie after that. We got to get an alien invasion, like, because how about the world's trying to destroy all the Titans, but then the aliens come in and are like, we need the Titans. The world needs them.
Exilians.
Yes, give me the fucking no, give me the Simians. They're way cooler.
Alex
Although
Skarsgård was by the way way goofier than I thought he'd be.
Sean, when it says defeated for the other Titans, that most likely means that they submitted. Yeah, probably. Kaiju never Godzilla. When G was told to tell Kong his family's in the Hollow Earth, I wish he would have signed, my family is dead. Jeez.
Mm. Yep. I was trying to think if there's anything else that I missed, because there were so many moments where I was like, oh, that's sick.
Mm-hmm. Makes me comment on Godzilla vs. Kong video before this gets normal comments. Hope for aliens in another universe. Sean, what about ever? What do you mean by ever, Tevya? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Oh, the Xi? Fuck the Xi from the anime trilogy. Never show them again. Oh, got some shut up Sean's in the chat.
I see that. Yeah, I just feel like when they see each other and they have that like moment of like recognition, like I hate you, I feel like I don't totally feel it 100%. Like I feel it because I know the history of these characters, but I don't, in the context of the movie, fully buy it.
Which part? The
whole like they hate each other rivalry thing. Like it just feels thrown in. But again, like in the context of the movie, I obviously think it's awesome because I know these guys, but like it's like in the context of the movie, it doesn't really feel like natural, I guess.
Right,
because they never mentioned it before. Like not even with the whole Ghidorah situation. Never did they mention Kong except for he's another Titan that exists somewhere.
Right, they mentioned in the movie they had their rivalry. They had an ancient rivalry. There was a war, and the last two standing. Like, dive into it. I want to. I
love the idea.
I hope for the next one. Like, I think they need like Titans that aren't an ancient rival. I think because we've kind of done that already. We need like a new threat, like outside of the ancient rivalries. Hey, Sean, Kaijin isn't disarray because of Camazotz? Maybe. See, this is what pisses me off. Those graphic novels should have been out a week ago. They should have been out before the movie. They're prequels.
We'll put tier. They kind of put, yeah, that's the whole thing too. It's like what tier you put Kong in, because the movie makes it sound like Kong and Godzilla aren't even able to exist with each other because one of them can only be like one of them. So the movie kind of puts them on an equal footing.
Right. Kong would,
because the way that she talks is like, we can't let them out of this facility because they're gonna kill each other, or one of them's gonna die.
Right,
and they can't. It's like the Western, like this town's not big enough for the both of us kind of shit.
Yeah, definitely. And plus, like, poor Kong, he's just minding his own business. He gets attacked. He's like, I don't want to get attacked. But like, yeah, like I like the part where they're just in the water and he climbs back up on and he's just like trying to catch his breath and he just looks at Godzilla and he's just like, please don't. But man, remember when he was just dragging him underwater and trying to pulling him down to the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like a.
Yeah,
that was
wait, was he like grabbing him with his tail?
He was. He was wrapping his tail around him and trying to like pull him down. They name dropped Roswell 3 different times. Roswell is a destination for the Apex anti-gravity rail, plus ancient aliens are referenced a couple times. Yeah, see, somebody right here is leaving comments. Aliens.
You know what? I really don't want to say this, but the way that I feel about like the things that I think they need to explain more, it really does feel like a BVS #2 situation where it's like the Zack Snyder cut of that movie, like the full cut of that was like, okay, maybe this plot element is stupid, but this makes so much more sense.
The Ultimate Edition. Okay, yeah,
yes.
I think. Damn it, I really want an extended cut of this movie because they've been sitting on it for a year. I mean, I don't see a problem with releasing an extended version. Like, hey, here you go. Because I think in the he did mention in an interview, he said in the editing bay they kind of changed some of the plot of the movie.
Yeah, I think the reason is like they wouldn't give like the full cut on HBO Max because then no one would go to the theater. People would watch it on HBO Max. So like,
you know what?
I don't know.
At least this movie is doing well at the box office. Like
Yep.
it's doing very well. Like pandemic records. Like it made more in its first day than most movies have made since the pandemic began. So yeah.
I'm trying to see if I can find any more comments that I missed. Release the weird cut. I was just about to talk about releasing the Doherty cut. We can't already jump on that.
We got to jump on both. We got to be like the Snyderverse fans.
Yeah, again, I just feel like there's a missing movie somewhere.
Yeah, there's definitely some missing parts. What do you think of Mechagodzilla?
And I really think it would have. What was that?
What do you think of the design of Mechagodzilla now that we've seen him? His
I
face
think
kind
his-
of reminded me of Goddard from Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, his bulky shoulders, I think. Honestly, I think his side view looks cooler. He looks more like Legendary Goji from the side. But I think his like really broad shoulders it's kind of interesting, I'll say. Because at least it looks like it's more like functional than exactly copying Godzilla's design.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I just kind of love the fact that this movie went full 60s Showa level of craziness with the technology. And it's just like, just deal with it. Like, cause like the Japanese films would often just throw in this random crazy technology, like, oh, we got weather changing devices. Oh, we got these advanced rockets. Oh, we built the Atragon. We built this super vessel. And now we just kind of have that. I think that's kind of funny, but kind of cool.
Oh, I love the scene where Mechagodzilla just like goes in a circle, smash your head into this building, this one. Jesus.
Oh, it's pretty fun. Release Kara Takarada's cameo in Godzilla 2014. Yeah, why
They
is
really
that
did do
never
that.
why has that never been released? I mean, hell, when Michael Doherty did his live tweeting at Godzilla King of the Monsters, he showed the stent scene that's not on the Blu-ray. I mean, they deleted it, but at least he showed it.
When I'm trying to think about this, you could 100% not watch 2014.
Yeah, like because
Like you could, and it would fill in certain things that might confuse you, but for the most part, for the universe building, you don't really need it.
Right, that's kind of a standalone movie. King of the Monsters is definitely the most closely linked in terms of it, because it's like 2014 sets up King of the Monsters, like it's building off that.
Right,
but like
Skull Island is a great opener too, because they could have dropped more. Because again, the Rock Robert said that Randa said Godzilla's name in that little scene about the USS Lawton, but he cut the name. They should have just said his name. Like
They probably should have. It would have made more money.
But then again, I don't know who that guy was. Or no, he knows about Monarch, so it's not like super confidential, but I don't know. I wouldn't skip 2014 because it's freaking phenomenal. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, that kind of sets up Serizawa, so you couldn't really do that.
We have Serizawa's son who does nothing in this movie. I'm just disappointed with that because it's like it's clear to me there was something there. Like, why else would they cast him? Why would you even? What's even the point? You could have just said random henchman. That was cut. Would have made it stronger. I want to release the deleted scenes because it's clear to me that there's so much omitted.
Oh man, I didn't realize I have to change my avatar. Shit.
Oh yeah. Mine will never change.
I'm using the outdated logo.
Oh, Godzilla vs. Kong equals Goku versus Vegeta. Quit spamming Godzilla.
Oh, sweet. Sam the Seed, Godzilla vs. Kong equals. I can't comment on this because I don't watch that shit.
I do.
Quit spamming Godzilla. Spamming Godzilla. Yeah.
I'm still mad that human characters took 80% of this movie. Well, actually, I mean, Kong took a lot of the movie too. Like, I mean, he was a fully fleshed out character.
Yeah, I don't.
What did you guys think about the fish scene? I immediately thought of 98.
If I'm going to be honest, I was a little kind of maybe confused with the plot. So, Alex Skarsgård, okay. So, did he actually want to go to the Hollow Earth just so that they could get a power source to like be? So he was totally on board with the Apex people. Just didn't know that they were
here's the deal.
Crazy.
He explained in an interview, and I'm pretty sure this is where the cutscene happened. this is what I think was probably the original opening of the movie. He attempted to go into the Hollow Earth, and his girlfriend and brother got killed.
Yeah. No, I got that, but I'm saying like the actual purpose of him going. So Rebecca Hall agreed to it because she believed that, okay, yeah, we can use this energy source and we can kill Godzilla. But then again, there was two reasons. He only attacked one time, unless they cut other attacks. It's like, oh, he just attacked. Yeah, let's go kill him. Like, what? They say this is the first time he's attacked. It's like, what?
They wanted to get Kong to a new home because Skull Island he just didn't have the space. And so they're like, look, we can get taken to the Hollow Earth, but we need protection and we need an energy source to stop Godzilla. So it's kill two birds with one stone thing.
Okay. Right. So it's like solve your issue of Kong has nowhere to go and I need this energy source for this other reason that I'm not going to tell you. But it's about killing Godzilla, but I'm actually working with the Apex people. Yeah.
Someone says they both hate the film. I don't hate the film. I had fun with it.
What?
You should both be ashamed of yourselves. Well, Ryan should be ashamed of himself, but not me. I have no shame.
I had fun.
Yeah, I had fun with it. Like I literally,
my jaw was dropped by some of the things that I saw.
Yeah, I agree. Nathan Lynn should have just said something when they name dropped Serizawa.
When Skarsgård's character crackpot scientist like Randa, so he wanted to prove the Hollow Earth was a legit thing, even though the public doesn't believe it.
Yep,
they could have gone with that angle, but I didn't.
No, they pretty much did because he even mentions like everyone thought my book was wacky, or something like that. That's kind of what he was.
Yeah, they could have had more of a thing where he's like, "Well, don't you want proof?" So there you go. It's like you get all these motivations in one. You want to prove that you were right. We need a home for Kong, and we need an energy source to kill Godzilla. But they should have been more. They should have delved into his character more. Nathan Lynn.
Yep, that's kind of it.
But then again,
don't worry, he's
brave.
As they established, he is brave. That did make me laugh though, where she used the sign language.
I thought a lot of the sign language humor was actually very funny.
Right. This part was like, "You're very brave." It's coward. What did the Apex company want? Why did the Apex company want to make Mechagodzilla? Well, for one thing, the guy said crazy ideas make him rich. He's a mad scientist. Like, why wouldn't he want to make
basically, they're just like human superiorists, basically.
Right, they want to retake the planet. Yeah, J-Cam. Lance Reddick had more screen time, and they just cut his scenes.
Yeah, he had literally 2 lines with Mark Russell. He's like, something about Godzilla.
Yep. Cut. cut.
Yep, and then 2 whole characters. That's crazy, man.
Do you have a?
You know what'd be funny? What if that 2-hour 52 cut number isn't bullshit, and that's actually like an early thing that early sources got?
2 hours and 52 minutes.
You remember that? It was all over the internet. Like we had to disprove it because everyone's like, "Well, the movie's 2 hours 52 minutes." When you look it up on Google, and then eventually like Gumaro Island and Kaiju News Outlet disproved it. But if you looked up on Google a couple of weeks ago, the runtime, it was 2:52. So like, I wonder if that is the actual cut. But
maybe we'll see. I just want to ask, like, what scenes were deleted? Like, how much? I need to know.
Yeah, I didn't expect Isa Gonzalez to be a villain kind of person.
I mean, I kind of knew she was evil as soon as like they said her dad. Like, yeah.
I don't know if I totally buy her character, but then again, she just kind of reeks of like a privileged daughter. So I was like, yeah, because even Alex Skarsgård was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why don't we throw you in the ocean?"
I like that.
Yeah, because her whole character was just bitchy.
Yeah, this guy, when I looked it up, it's 2 hours and 52 minutes. So I would be very interested if that was actually the cut of this movie. And then
probably not going to get answers until the Blu-ray. Yeah, probably, but we won't get every deleted scene. Did you like the movie?
Mike Doherty's sitting on a bunch of shit that he didn't put on the Blu-ray.
Somebody's asking, did you like the movie? Yes, we both did have fun. I mean, we're just gloating about the final battle, like how cool it was. it's definitely improved upon the second viewing, kind of like every
The monster
MonsterVerse
stuff
film.
exceeded my expectation, but and it's not that the story's bad. I feel like there was so much left out that I didn't feel like I totally got it. Like I didn't
Right.
totally buy what was happening. That's like my only complaint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have some issues with the film, but I definitely did have fun, and like it delivers where it matters most, I suppose. Like the kaiju stuff is fantastic. Like the fight sequences are done pitch perfect. Like they're very exciting. I do kind of wish there was a little bit more lead into them, and that's kind of I know I bring this up a lot. Like in King of the Monsters, like when Godzilla faces off against Ghidorah, like there's kind of a build up to it. You know what I'm saying? Like when he first emerges from the Arctic, they have like the epic music playing, and then they have the stare down, and like that's the best part of it right there. Or like when he arrives in Boston, like there's
I really like Brian Tyree Henry, by the way. I actually thought he was pretty good. There like wasn't much about him that I was like, oh, that's stupid, that's cringe. I thought most of that was from Julian Dennison. I actually really like Brian Tyree Henry.
Yeah, I feel like you could have. I mean, speaking of cutting, like you probably could have gotten rid of Julian Dennison. Like he didn't really seem like he had a purpose. It probably should have been Millie
or like you said, he could have had more stuff that we don't know about.
Exactly. That's where I'm coming from. I mean, he did technically stop Mechagodzilla. Millie Bobby Brown just kind of got him the ball rolling. But she I would have rather had her stop Mechagodzilla through the machine, considering she's like the main character.
Right, because I don't know, I guess his thing is like he's been reluctant the whole time, and then he's the one that finally comes up with a way to end it, which makes sense. But I don't know.
It's interesting.
Shit.
Movie's a bit too fast paced. It should have been 2 hours and just 7 more minutes. Yeah, I agree. I feel like I said, I'm convinced. I'm going to try and do a video on this. I'm going to do some research and digging to see what was from this movie, and then try and find out like what's longer. So that's something I definitely want to do.
I will say Mechagodzilla's like first intro scene was like, I was like, holy fuck.
It's Mechagodzilla.
It was badass.
No, he got kind of zapped, paleontologist. That's why he didn't take it off when the Mechagodzilla went berserk. Okay, do you want?
I'm so curious what these other tests were for Mechagodzilla, because that Skullcrawler was test number 10. I wonder what other monsters they had.
That's why they've been towing the eggs, which is kind of neat.
I think
remember
Ren
when
is
people were
dead.
describing Ghidorah in chains or something? Remember that? I wonder.
Yeah,
if
that's an interesting one, because I'm pretty sure those reports also stated that there was an aircraft carrier scene. And that's why I'm not sure about it. Was like, I remember this specifically. It was September 2019 or around September, October, that they were like, oh, there's Ghidorah in chains and there's this thing. And then they fight on an aircraft carrier. And then that December, a couple months later, we in fact saw the aircraft carrier. So maybe.
Interesting. Do you think Toho will want to continue the Warner Brothers MonsterVerse? Yes. Toho will definitely want to. The exposure they got for this thing? Are you kidding me? I think the trailer for GVK's passed 80 million views. Let me check really quick. I mean, things just like the trailer is just going up view wise. Okay, it's 79.
Also that. Okay, that's nice. That I didn't realize that Skullcrawler toy was just going to be the guinea pig Mechagodzilla test. I thought we were going to see Kong find one in the Hollow Earth or something.
Yeah.
Because that's where they come from.
Hollow Earth. I mean, they had the Warbats or Nozuki or whatever they're called. But what
that's another weird change. Is there like an alternate version of this movie from a year ago?
Yeah, Josh brings up a good point. The Kong temple was probably made by humans. Maybe a little bit of both.
Well, the humans built the Godzilla's Atlantis thing.
Jesus, the fight scene between Godzilla, Kong, and Mechagodzilla has already got like over 2 million views on YouTube.
Yeah, I've been trying to avoid the videos all week.
Oh, it was tough. I tell you what, man, it wasn't easy to avoid. But
I definitely think, well, you know what? They nailed Kong in this movie, and this is probably the most faithful or coolest Godzilla we've seen in this universe. And just because he actually is kind of an antagonist, you get those vibes from him.
Well,
And
I mean, Godzilla has evolved so much over his 65-year history. So I think what made him more interesting as a character is that he did gradually, over time, like evolve into kind of a more heroic figure. So that's what made his arc more interesting as a monster. Because you never, like, when you think about it, like, what other monster has had that type of character arc in cinema? Like, he was the first to kind of have something kind of that big, like a bit of a redemption. So, because I mean, the first Godzilla gets killed, and it's the second one that kind of takes over the series. Very villainous, antagonistic, and then slowly, like, he has to kind of change for the better of the world. Still a little bit of a jerk, but like he slowly kind of warms up to people and the planet, like as the threats commence. By the time you get to Godzilla versus fucking Megalon, he's literally shaking hands with Jet Jaguar.
right.
So
yeah, man. I mean, I'm just like re-looking at this. I just really think that guys, I don't know if this makes sense, but I didn't feel like the Kong and Kong Skull Island was the same Kong character that we kind of know and love. I feel like he really feels like himself in this movie, just because of at least the Hollow Earth had those like Peter Jackson fantasy feeling elements to it. It's like, I don't know. It just felt right.
Mhm.
Yeah, watching this war battle again, Jesus Christ, is brutal.
yeah, that Super Crazy Fawful user. The old Comic-Con footage was test footage on the aircraft carrier. It wasn't like from the movie.
Well, yeah, they certainly brightened it.
I think Mechagodzilla's beam is the most powerful thing in the monsterverse. I mean, he cut that Skullcrawler in half and then overpowered Godzilla's beam, which drilled to the center of the earth. How far?
Well, yeah, true. Yeah, well, yeah. They built up Godzilla's beam, and then Mechagodzilla just kind of overpowered it.
He could have drained a lot of his radiation too. I mean, he was spamming the shit out of that beam constantly. I mean, how far?
There's so much mystery behind this power source, like what the axe and Mechagodzilla are powered by. It's like, what the fuck is this?
I never understood how it worked. It's just like they got the data so they could recreate the power source. Like, wouldn't it make more sense if they grabbed the power source and took it? I don't know.
I'm more interested in what it actually is.
So much confusion.
Yeah, they really did go like God touching human shit with the Kong Hollow Earth thing. Damn. And for the most part, like aside from maybe like a couple things, the effects are just flawless.
Yeah, there's definitely some cool stuff.
Freaking Ren Sarazawa, what a goof. Yeah, but like the thing is too, like we went away. So Godzilla freaking beats Kong, and then I feel like we go away from him for like 20 minutes, and then it's like, oh, Mechagodzilla turned on, and he's making you go this way, and then we see him for a little bit, and then he's gone again.
Cool.
Let's see. They brightened it due to complaints of King of the Monsters' reign. That, I mean, yeah. That's what I was thinking.
So what was your favorite part in the movie?
Man, I really don't know. I think it's so hard because there's so many like little moments. Oh God, I don't know. I honestly like just Godzilla and Mechagodzilla fighting each other is just so cool looking.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like something I never thought I would see. As much as like Godzilla and Kong fighting are great, like I just never expected to see that in a million years.
Yeah, I got to have my like the things I've always kind of wanted to see. Like Mechagodzilla's always been my favorite. Like, well, I mean, Mechagodzilla's kind of just my favorite Godzilla opponent. After kind of like, revisiting the whole series, I watched over 45 Godzilla and Kong movies this past month. I watched every single film in both franchises.
Wait, isn't it true that this is the first time the Mechagodzilla has been evil since the show era.
Yeah, I mean, unless you
Because
count
like the
Pluto.
Kiryu and Mechagodzilla 2 are both piloted by people, are they not?
And Mechagodzilla, I wouldn't count the anime trilogy because he's not really in it. It's the city, but
Yeah, that felt cool.
yeah, like this is the first time really since the 70s he's been evil. Like it kind of felt like they took like the 70s version and then combined it with Kiryu.
Yeah.
And with
Yeah.
a little bit of the 90s one in the sense that the humans built him like as its own mechanized robot without
This
like
really
around
did feel like a Heisei movie mixed with like a pre Peter Jackson Kong or something.
Mhm.
Someone asked if I drew my logo. I traced it and then I enhanced it in Photoshop. So technically yes, but no.
Cool.
Let me see if I can, but yeah, I don't know. I think my favorite moment is probably seeing Godzilla fight Mechagodzilla, because just because I hadn't seen any of that before. Like I said, I was so glad I didn't see him in live action until I saw the movie, so that stuff kind of shocked me.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Jesus.
I just realized today's April Fool's Day, and I didn't do any types of jokes. I think we're just all on GBK, and like usually there's just a lot of people cracking jokes and stuff, and like a lot of like fake stuff going on out there that you just like. But I think everyone just kind of caught up with the GBK hype that we all kind of forgot.
Yeah, there's nothing to joke about right now. It's just like, all right, cool.
The world's already a joke. Oh man. How do you two feel after the whole year 2020 offering us nothing but less than 5 seconds of footage, especially on CCXP? Oh man.
Feels like a distant memory.
Yeah. Mechagodzilla is Kong's first non-Godzilla enemy that he's fought, unless you count non-Gorosaurus. First non-Godzilla enemy that he's fought? Gorosaurus? Mechanic-Kong? He fought the Skullcrawlers.
You know what? This movie is fucking King Kong Escapes, because they have a fucking mech and it's built by a crazy Doctor Who guy, while at the same time Kong is being used to go to some underground place to find
Antarctica,
some
really
energy source.
He's going
what
to Antarctica.
the fuck?
He's going.
Yeah, because so Element X was in some kind of like winter ice place, and this is fucking Antarctica, and they're also looking for an energy source. Oh man.
Yeah, like that's kind of crazy. Like when you think about it.
No, I think out of all the movies, this one actually felt closer to all of the Godzilla Kong stuff prior.
This definitely felt like a 60s, like with a lot of it.
I feel like for Godzilla, it felt like a 90s movie. I was like, there's just so many moments that just felt like Heisei about this. Specifically, like the science fiction, where at least they do a good job at trying to explain everything that's happening. Whereas the show movies are like, here's a bunch of crazy shit.
I felt like was it Brian Tyree Henry as Hayes? He felt like a Roland Emmerich character. Like, like the crazy conspiracy type dude in like Independence Day, or in like 2012 or something. This kind of felt a bit like some of Emmerich's.
Like Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, like fucking Woody Harrelson. That's what he felt like, but like taken to an even bigger extreme. He bathes in bleach, which is not. I don't know how he's still alive, but
he had a lot more potential too. Like that whole thing about his wife, I was like, God, you guys could have done more with that. Because like, if you're gonna introduce it, like please try to like
pay
at least like give me a little something.
They should just make Kiryu with Dagon bones.
Yeah. To me, it just felt like classic. Like they're gonna destroy Mechagodzilla by breaking the system with liquid. Let's make up a story. He is though, which I didn't mind. Like I thought it was interesting. It's kind of relevant, but it's like
Hayes was right. So does that mean never mind?
Yeah.
Hey, where's Alex Jones? He always comments on your videos.
Yeah, where is he today? He had his time to shine.
Mm-hmm. This would have been perfect for him. Okay, what other monsters from classic Toho franchise would you guys like to see a cameo in GVK? Gore
Oh,
Schwarzenegger.
not in GVK. They already blew their load in this one.
Next movie is Destroy All Monsters. That has to be it.
There he is.
Yes.
Alex,
Put him on the
Alex
screen. Put him on
Jones
the
is
screen.
here. It's a new picture of him too.
I knew it was only a matter of time before he showed up.
Yeah,
Oh man.
he got his time to shine in the MonsterVerse.
GVK felt like an
all
early
about that Mothra
2000s
thing.
movie. Yeah, it definitely was very early 2000s. I have not seen the series tab yet. They're putting chemics in the hollow to turn to freaking warbands.
Oh man,
They're putting
they should have
fluoride
done some
in the water.
in-universe thing where we could listen to his podcast or something.
Oh, that's
That
a
would've
great
been-
idea, like a viral
That
marketing
would have been
thing.
good marketing. They should have not done trailers. Just like listen to him ramble about shit.
They didn't do much in terms of viral marketing, I felt like, for this movie. Well,
Well, it
because it was
paid
kind
off.
of, you know what? It kind of worked out. Like this movie, like, isn't this crazy? It had like the shortest advertising window, like ever for like a big blockbuster, and it's paying off pretty well. Oh,
I
it's
mean,
certified
they-
fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, 80%.
Is it certified now?
It is. You know, pull up your screen. Let's take a look at this. Let's see what it's at.
Yes, it is. Oh, I get to do a fan review. I started reviewing movies on Rotten Tomatoes, finally.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I can pull this up. You guys are probably pissed off at my
79.
logo. It is the
Wow.
best in the series.
95%. Wow. And 79%.
Yeah, King of the Monsters is like 83 or something fan score.
Mhm. Oh, here, let me send you this
Ooh.
article we can go over about Lance, about one of the actors being cut from the movie. So hang on.
Yes.
I'll send it through Twitter. And he, God damn it, come on, fucker. Where are we at? Ah, there it is.
Wow. My ass already hurts. I've been doing so much sitting today.
Oh. Oh, we didn't play our clip.
That
Oh, never mind. Okay, I sent it to you.
article
So
will be interesting.
let's go ahead. Let's take a look at it.
Did you send me in Facebook?
No, just to Twitter.
Okay.
Let's pull this shit up.
Tweeter.
Tweeter.
Okay.
I'm just looking at some of the funniest bits in this movie.
Cut down. He barely deserved a credit.
Yeah.
He had one line to Mark Russell,
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Well, let's read this thing.
With the I would have you read the article because you kind of already I don't know. You're good at that in your videos. You kind of just like skim really fast.
All right. Go ahead and zoom that shit in. Okay, so he plays the director of Monarch, the Titan. Zhang Zi, who appears in King of the Monsters employee, also filmed scenes for Godzilla vs. Scenes. That's plural, everyone. With Jessica Henwick, Iron Fist was set to join the cast. However, all the other roles drastically reduced, removed entirely. We spoke to Godzilla vs. Kong and Wingard about that. Originally, Lynch's part was a little bit bigger as he plays the Monarch director. Oh, come on. He's running Monarch. How could we not spend time with him? There's a scene earlier in the film, a big boardroom scene where they're setting up the mission. He had a larger role, but ultimately didn't need that scene. We changed a couple of plot details during the editing process so that the earlier stuff got cut. Now that stuff just counts as a fun cameo. He's still top credited. It's still part of his contract. It's funny because he shows up in the opening credits and then turns up for 4 lines, maybe 3 in the movie.
Yeah, okay. I want to talk about this. What plan did Monarch have? Because from what we know, they just kind of watched everything happen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless they knew about the plan to bring Kong the Hollow Earth, I can't imagine they didn't know about that. But like, what? Because I mean, oh man. All right, you can keep. I think it's what was it here?
Yeah, he's like, this is the ultimate version of the film. Blah blah blah. I probably should. I still want to know what they did. We actually did the least amount of reshoots of any of the MonsterVerse films. Normally they do about 2 weeks. We only did 5 days. We did had to be quite surgical, as we did change one element of the plot, and it affected a couple of scenes at the beginning and a couple of scenes at the end. That's where my low budget, no budget background comes in. You have to be very crafty and be able to think in these terms. We're very surgical in those terms. So no, this is the ultimate version of the film. I would never do a different version of it. There you go. But what were those scenes, Adam? You got to tell us, man. Why have Dr. Serizawa's son if you're not going to do absolutely anything with him? I mean, he had to me, the best scene in the MonsterVerse is the scene he shares with Godzilla. I'll still say it. It's the best scene in the whole series.
Yeah, I think that Doherty, Shields, and Rosio definitely had a different, or had a lot more beef combining this to the last one.
But I think Wingard cut it and just trimmed it down a lot.
Well, we never see Wingard cut.
All right, Tev,
It's not even that I want to see that. I feel like this article is like not getting it right. I don't want to see more of the Hollow Earth. I need to understand why any of this makes sense or what I'm looking at. Like that whole ancient rivalry thing. Like, please delve into that more.
What was Zangzi's character going to do in this film anyways? There's no Mothra in this film to work with. I just want to know, like, what was her role? Like, they said she had a key role beforehand. But
there were so many things that they laid down in King of the Monsters that I feel like went unanswered. Especially that egg thing.
Yeah. There's so much more. I just feel like King of the Monsters set up so much stuff. Like, it's like it kind of left the doors open. Like, this one kind of tries to close the book a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, maybe this is the end. It's not the end. They're already doing a Skull Island anime. It just feels like there's so much worth exploring. I think because, like, the previous one's like, okay, there's this, there's that. Like, you can look at the credits. This one, it's like, like, where do we go from here? I mean, they're just doing the wait and see approach, but they're going to make another movie. There's no doubt in my mind they're not going to. I mean, this movie is pretty much single-handedly saving the film industry in terms of, like, the theater experience.
I was going to see if Box Office Mojo had any updates.
Oh, let's take a look.
Domestic, they only have 9,600,000,
which is the best since the pandemic began for a single day. People want to go back to the movies, though. You can tell, like, there was a lot of hype for this thing. But even
that was Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna work out amazing. But considering they did get paid for it, this is gonna be a nice cherry on top. They got paid for the streaming.
And again, that was a Wednesday. That's like, I mean, Easter weekend's just hitting, so.
Oh, true. The weekend will probably do better.
Mm-hmm. Again, it's about the 5-day window, so. I mean, by the time the 5-day hits, it could possibly even get close to 50 million. I think it'll hit over 40. And you got to remember, too, limited capacity screenings. People are still hesitant to go back. And it's also on HBO Max. I think this is going to be beneficial to HBO, though. So.
Yeah.
Boy, we've been talking for almost 90 minutes, longer than the movie, pretty much.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Yep.
Zing's character should have been the Miki says. Yeah, basically. I like this comment. Yeah, she probably could have been that character.
Mm-hmm. She could have been. Millie Bobby Brown could have been. See, I feel like Godzilla needs a close connection with a human, like Kong does. We kind of had that with Serizawa.
Well, yeah, we had it, and he's dead. Which they could have done something with Ren, but
I feel like they need to give Godzilla, like, he needs more than just patrolling. He needs a human to connect with, or they need to bring in his son. That's the next logical step for his character.
Yeah. You know what? And this is like, I really think they could have, like, because now I'm thinking, I think honestly, like, this movie, again, would have been fine if there was another setup movie before this. Like, if they did, and I wouldn't have asked King of the Monsters to do any more of that because they already had enough on their plate. But then again, they didn't need, I would have reworked this totally different. They could have cut Mothra and Rodan from that movie, if you want my honest opinion. And they could have saved them for a movie afterward, because I don't think they weren't told they had to use them in that movie. So they could have done just Ghidorah.
I think
in
he was
first.
supposed to. That's what the deal was.
Well, I don't know. They had a trilogy, but I mean, because they got the rights to that before the Kong thing was announced. So I don't even think they planned to do GVK at that point. But anyway, I would have done Ghidorah in Godzilla 2, and then you can have another Godzilla movie to set up this one, where you have Mothra and Rodan make appearances, but like it does some more setting up with like Skull Island stuff or something.
Somebody's getting redacted text right now. Oh, they're gonna read it. Oh yeah, the redacted text. We didn't even look at that.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was talking about earlier. I was looking through that.
Try to fast forward.
There is nothing though.
There's nothing.
Really not. It's mainly just like Adam Wingard brings together an epic monster battle. The Hollow Earth is connected to Titans, and we've known this forever. Stuff like that. I would share my screen, but you guys know you know what? I've gotten super chat, so fuck it. I'll just go to the YouTube. Fuck it. I'll just pull up the opening credits.
Oh, here's
on
somebody
YouTube.
says Max Bornstein said that Mechagodzilla was in his Godzilla 2. Huh. No, that's interesting.
What? Huh? What like what like his
version?
Yeah, I guess he didn't have involvement in that movie, but yeah, that's weird. Maybe like introduced it. I don't know.
Probably is the main threat. That's interesting.
Let me look. All right. I'm pulling up the opening credit sequence on YouTube. I know we're going to get dinged for this, but it's okay. I've gotten super chats, so I don't really care. And I'm not going to be playing it. I'm just going to be. Oh wait, this is way skipped ahead, isn't it? Why do I not even see credits? Oh, I'm going to stop the screen for a minute.
Okay. And then there were two.
Certainly don't need the music.
Yeah, I feel like Godzilla needs to have a son. I feel like that would actually be beneficial for his character.
Yeah, what? This is an opening credit scene that edited out the redacted text. How did they get that?
Not sure.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Okay, let me try this again. This is fake. This is fan made. You know what? I'll just go back to the movie and I'll sift through it myself and read it. That seems easier. I'm trying to think. Minya, yeah. Okay. I'm going to play it and I'm going to get up the redacted text stuff and we can look at it.
Alrighty then.
Kong containment. So that is on Skull Island. They're just in a really bad storm. Biodome. Okay, I got it right here. I'm going to start reading these. You can be on comment duty if you want while I start sifting through these.
All right. We need more Godzilla Sun. Yes, we do. Which Mechagodzilla design is better, the one from Ready Player One or GVK? I might prefer Ready Player One's, to be honest. I just feels
okay. Warner Brothers and Legendary Pictures present evidence of an enduring battle between monsters.
Okay.
A lot of these first ones are mundane.
Opening week Opening for this one was advertised 2 weeks ago. I want a miniseries about the war between Godzillas and Kongs. Yes, Sean is the open nose put out for marketing. No videos on YouTube.
Decades of research into ancient stories leads to a Legendary Pictures production. Well, that makes sense.
And it's shorter. Manila, son of Godzilla. Just imagine the first run in Kong species have the Godzilla species.
The history of Titan Wars.
Alex Jones
I'm sorry.
asked, do you guys think there would be a second GBK movie, possible trilogy? We'll see.
The history of Titan Wars will be explored in a film by Adam Wingard that sheds light on previously hidden truths.
Nope.
Fuck. See, the redacted text here for Skarsgård, they really should have got into more because this is actually absolutely true. These go by so fast, though. Like if I
Ryan,
it, I have
which
to
design do you prefer, GBK or Ready Player One, Mechagodzilla?
I haven't watched Ready Player One, but I think this one's better.
You think this one's better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I preferred the Ready Player One design. It felt more like me personally. I like them both, but at least it's
Alex
better than
Skarsgård needs to prove existence of Hollow Earth to salvage his tarnished reputation. We needed more of that.
Mm-hmm. Boy, we were just rambling on. How long have we been going on? We've been talking for
an hour 35
minutes. It's pretty impressive.
The inclusion of Millie Bobby Brown will aid greatly in the quest. Wow. Yeah. I really freaking wish that I could show you that. You know, I'm going to take a picture of this and just send it to the chat because I swear to God this is Mothra. Maybe it's like Camazotz or a freaking what are they called?
Somebody asked. Somebody hosts Adam Wingard directs the next movie. I actually kind of like getting a different director for every movie, though.
Yeah,
I think that's actually worked in the MonsterVerse's favor because every film was tonally and stylistically different from the previous one. Yeah, I think Godzilla was definitely tired. I mean, he took a fucking axe to the eye and he got stabbed in the leg. I mean,
okay.
He's kind of tired.
So I just sent you. Honestly, if you want to share your screen, if you can like pull up Messenger, I shared with you a video of because I can't share the HBO Max screen, but I sent you a video of the opening credits. It's sending, and it's like a cave painting. There's a skull crawler, Godzilla, Kong, what looks like Mothra, and then some other things that we can't see.
Hang on. I signed out of Messenger.
Rebecca Hall has done extensive research that is indispensable to the mission.
Oh, yeah. Somebody brings up a good point. Remember that figure where Godzilla had red armor on his spikes? What was that?
Yeah. Mechagodzilla is totally a thing that got cut or changed. Secrets will be exposed by Brian Terry Henry and fellow truth seekers. Yeah, what the fuck? What the hell was all that? Do you see that?
Do
you see it on Facebook?
Oh yeah, I see. You see the skull crawlers kind of behind Kong, and you see, looks like
I pan over. It looks that's what else would that be? Shun Oguri, the connection between the Titans and the Hollow Earth has been long established.
Nope.
Hollow Earth Gravity Paradox by Dr. Lind. Wow, they really fly by Aiza Gonzalez freaking redacted text. Yep. I love that they just kept that little thing. Like Doherty did, and I was like, oh, that's so cool that he did that. And I think Adam's like, I can't not do it at this point. Oh, same guy. Kong 2005 is 103 meters tall. Wait, what? What?
Kong 2005 was 25 feet.
Oh, he's saying Kong 2005 if he was 100 meters tall versus Kong. Honestly, they're kind of like the same Kong, except one's more silverback-like, but they're both as brutal. Continuous explorers have attempted to prove the connection. Aiza Gonzalez. Oh, see, they're kind of like skipping the name on this one. Countless explorers have attempted to prove the connection, and many have perished. Scientists discredited. Yeah, there feels like a whole freaking movie with him that's not here either. Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah, no, I found the GVK cup topper with Kong holding up a baby Godzilla. Do you think that was cut in the movie for something else? I have no clue. But man, wouldn't have been. I really want to see Godzilla Jr. Son of Godzilla is one of my favorites because it really does a good job humanizing Godzilla. Like you get kind of a different side of his personality, a lot more like softer.
Yeah.
And plus, I think
Worth.
like having like Godzilla having a son who's like more who likes people is a nice contrast to his father. So
yeah, Hollowworth has been rumored since earliest historical record.
I think Godzilla didn't fight Kong, he would have beaten Mechagodzilla. I mean, that's why it was in Hong Kong to kick his ass. Maybe if he went burning, he would have won.
There are shadowy figures who invisibly navigate these something realms.
Shadowy figures? Aliens?
Why do I not know what that word is?
Are you guys Team Godzilla or Team Kong? We were both Team Godzilla for the movie, so we got what we wanted.
Oh, liminal realms. Okay, yeah. Because it's like upside down shit.
I like the fact that Godzilla won this movie. Yeah, me too. Definitely me.
Yeah, that was a spoiler. That was true.
I don't know that comment. Yeah. Godzilla having
Giles,
a son will get him.
No, it's not gonna be Giles.
Godzilla having a son will get him a bigger fan base and him making more likable, and the son could really like humans. Exactly.
Okay. I'm moving the movie to my main screen so I can have better control over the timeline.
Imagine Zack Snyder directs the next Godzilla or Kong movie. Visually, it would be amazing, but story and script, that's kind of Snyder's weak point.
It actually might be kind of similar to Gareth.
Yeah,
at least
maybe.
in like the color tones, maybe.
Yeah, because he likes to mute his color tones a lot. I don't know. I don't know if Snyder would be interested in doing this. I think he's kind of just like, he's still low-key pitching, hey guys, how's about my Justice League sequels? But
yeah,
we'll see. I think he needs
in concert with Kyle Chandler. They hope to bring the monsters into the light.
Kyle Chandler. I felt bad that he was kind of like barely in the movie. He's in
Again,
my opinion,
he's probably in that whole Monarch mission.
Mm-hmm. He's the best main character so far, like in terms of the humans.
There are many factors include. Wait, what? There are many factors including advancements in technology. And no, never mind. That's just thrown in there. Oh shit, this one's kind of loaded. Yeah, I think he's not on Bryan Cranston acting level, but as like a human person, I felt similar to him. Citing works of ancient alien theorists. Okay, citing works of ancient alien theorists, actor name has worked in conjunction with actor name to establish a controversial narrative. Are they about to blow some alien shit on us right here?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, oh fuck. I know this is like right the end because this is where Randa says the island is the key. Fuck. Okay. What does it say? I gotta pause it right in the right moment. Fuck! Damn it.
Fuck. Guillermo del Toro to do the next one. You know what? That'd be kind of a fitting closure when you think about it. If del Toro directed the final film, if saying the next movie would be the last movie in the MonsterVerse, like Destroy All Monsters. I guess before Mike was on board. Or the beginning of
something about I can't get this one. Something beliefs are subject to doubts casting by which doubts which under fuck dude. I really want to get this. Here we go. Commonly held beliefs are subject to doubts which undermine progress. All right. There's Bill Randa. They talk about the Skull Island adventure. Working from skeletal remains. costume designer and Foley, fleshes out renderings of monsters' appearances. Wow, that's actually truthful. Very good. Okay. Visual effects supervisor, blah, 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 creates... What the fuck? Creates something of Titans based on existing evidence. Okay. That alien thing is weird. Alien theorist. An Atomic Blast is a visual effects supervisor. Wait. The likes of which something has never seen.
Burning Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla. I think Burning Godzilla would win, but man, I really want to see that. Let's see what I mean. Like, I mean, the fight between Mechagodzilla and that was cool, but like, I just kind of wanted like a more. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Ryan and Sean should be the next Godzilla directors. That's right. I would. There's a lot of ideas I have for Godzilla films that I haven't.
I liked our idea, honestly, for this movie. You know what's something I don't understand? In the soundtrack, Junkie has a song called Nuclear Blast. What was that? What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. Was it the blast or the Hollow Earth?
The explosive energy demolishes structures with sound design and radiation, reached as far as Eric, blah, 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 and the lone fishing boat, blah, blah, blah. What? The Mechagodzilla fight was unfair. I do wish that Godzilla got a little more in there, but...
Yeah, he should have gotten at least one good hit. He got like none.
He got a little bit in the beginning. He kind of like choked him and shit, but like still, it's like... All right. Tom Hulkenberg, that was not interesting.
Do you think the electricity like supercharged Kong's heart?
Like, did what?
Well, because like Kong comes in and just beats the shit out of Mechagodzilla with his little axe. But
He's pretty tired afterward. Record of monster clashes is ace to reflect ongoing battles. What the fuck? It's all very cryptic.
Godzilla dying would be so sad in the Monsterverse. Oh, I'd cry like a baby. I'll admit it.
Seeing Kong down was pretty sad.
Well, I mean,
I was glad to see Godzilla, taking his... Anyway, the military has increased spending to support something production designer as they gear up for intensified battles with monsters. Great. Lifespan unknown for Godzilla. Dramatic battles were captured by director photography. Something compelling footage was suppressed. What? Is that his way of saying we cut footage? The most compelling footage was suppressed. What?
I like you
what
better
the fuck?
than Yeah, okay. All right, quick question. Best version of Mechagodzilla. I don't know, like it's a toss-up between me for like the original and the Kiryu one. Because Kiryu has such a perfect design.
Increased activity necessitates rebuilding. Executive producer, blah, 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 and his cohort do the work. Oh my God. Executive producers, blah, and his ally, blah, control information that makes it to the public. This is not helpful, except for that little alien thing, which is weird. Kong's power fascinates and intrigues. Blah, blah, blah. Yoshimitsu Banno. It's nice to see his name again. So they study his anatomy. Enemies, a giant squid, skull crawler, and titan. Huh?
All right.
Is that...
Godzilla is year old, 67 million years old. I don't know how old Godzilla is. That's kind of interesting.
It says in the opening credits that they don't actually know.
What director do you think should make the next Monsterverse? It has to be somebody who loves these, who has a passion for the Monsterverse, because every director so far has had that.
How about we see a Tarantino version where like freaking there's so much blood? In data produced by Thomas Toll, studied by blah blah blah, Brian Rogers is able to track
Michael Bay
Kong's
should never
progress.
be allowed near the Godzilla franchise. Just saying.
No. Reports of monster rampages are expunged by blah 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 to allay public fears. They say cause of death disembowelment. It was nice to see Ghidorah in the credits too.
Mhm.
Waking destruction across properties. Okay. I always get giddy when I see that Toho name. Funny that they never actually credit Marion C. Cooper or fucking what's his face, Ernest Rhodes-Sack for writing and creating Kong, but whatever.
I think they do, maybe in the end credits.
Evidence is I'm sure evidence is plentiful, but a cover story by authorities seeks to protect and implicate underground groups in recent Titan activity. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yo, they show that I don't remember his name, but it's that Titan that they showed in the compilation of monsters coming up. It says he's defeated.
Huh. Interesting.
Is that the mountain one too?
Yeah, Methuselah.
Yes, that one. It says he's defeated. It
Yeah,
says
see, they set up all these Titans and they did nothing with them.
Yep, Rodan's dead. Yep, he's right here. He's defeated.
That doesn't mean dead, but maybe
Okay.
he is. I don't know, because Rodan's just a mystery. I don't want them to kill Rodan.
Because that's weird, because they put Ghidorah as defeated. They also put the Mutos as defeated.
Right.
Because they really set this up like a tournament style thing. There's the Muto that bowed to him at the end. It says he's defeated.
I would have liked a fucking 80s montage for the tournament stuff.
Who the hell is that? What the fuck is that?
What?
I'm trying to figure out what that is. It looks like they have footage of Mechagodzilla fighting Godzilla, and it says defeated next to it. Do they really just do that? What? Oh, that's Ghidorah, I think. That is weird. Yeah, so Rodan's defeated. But that's weird. I find that weird that they say that just because they never even fought. So he really just was a character they threw in there just because I had his name. That makes me sad. Reality is stranger than anything in a screenplay by blah 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 by raving lunatic and makes something seemingly credible by comparison. Whoa.
Hey, did you laugh at all when he said, "We need Kong, the world needs him"?
In my head, I did.
I did. I did because it just became such a meme.
I know.
There's been some pretty funny memes, though, about the movie. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, that redacted text was not helpful, except for something about alien theorists.
Yep. Did y'all like the beginning with Godzilla attacking Apex like Toho style with Godzilla attacking nuclear power plants? Yeah, that was pretty cool.
All right, I'm back to...
All right, did you finish it?
Godzilla got fucked. All right. Yeah, I finished the credits. Nothing really new, actually.
Yeah, because the King of the Monsters credits told a story, which was cool.
Jeez, you know what? Yeah, had Kong not come in last second, Godzilla was literally on the verge of death. He was getting dragged and thrown around, almost kiss of death.
Yeah, it was about to happen, but Kong saved his life. Godzilla will come for him.
Yeah.
Gigan Megalon. Yeah, there's like the Hollow Earth though. Like, I mean, I'm kind of glad we got to see it. Like the zero gravity, I think, makes it a really unique environment. But there's still like so much there that's worth exploring. Because we only got like a taste of it. Like I feel like there's like hundreds of miles of the Hollow Earth.
So do you think Kong's kill of Mechagodzilla will top all the MonsterVerse kills so far?
No, I still think Kiss of Death is the best kill. And then Godzilla literally nuclear pulsing Ghidorah.
Well,
Then I
the
go,
thing is, I think the Skullcrawler one is better only because like Burning Godzilla is cool, but it's not like brutal, like just like oh, he does eat him though.
yeah, are you fucking kidding me? He nukes his whole body, then he fucking eats him as he's screaming.
No, I know,
in
but
pain.
it's not brutal in the sense of like just like pure like fist on fist brutality shit. But
Right,
he does eat him, so I guess that's good.
eviscerates an entire city. Like he goes all out and fucking eats him. He humiliates Ghidorah like that. Like it's the most humiliating finish. He literally starts eating him and blows him up.
I love that Mechagodzilla just like knees Godzilla. How the
Yeah.
fuck does Ghidorah know how to do this shit? Like what? Like I guess they kind of made it seem like Ren was kind of training the Ghidorah brain, which also should have been extended. Like
Yeah, at this point you can throw in Gamera to the MonsterVerse because reality is so far
you know
removed.
what? That might be their next step.
Aliens.
But that
Make
would
Gamera
only
a
be the
villain.
step. I'm saying that would only be the step for us because we're fans. No one else knows who Gamera is.
I think people know who Gamera is.
Like Godzilla Kong and Mechagodzilla in a movie is like that's like overload, you know. But I don't know.
But now
Yeah, they're at a place where they really can't go up from here.
they can go up. Aliens.
Yeah, but it's not as
Space.
iconic. That's what I'm
Space
saying.
Godzilla.
Like Godzilla and Ghidorah and Mothra and Rodan is iconic. This movie was iconic, but I don't think they can do anything more.
Yeah, you got to have them like saving the Earth together, like the whole time.
Jesus Christ!
I really
This movie
want
did a lot of those zoom camera angles and hand. You know what? Honestly, it has some Man of Steel action vibes to it with the crazy camera in a lot of this. Like especially I was seeing that in a couple of scenes with Godzilla, like and Kong, where they're just throwing each other around. The camera's like going crazy, and like I appreciated it. But
Cool.
oh my god!
So is there anything else we
I
can
don't-
add? I feel like we've been talking for like over. Oh, well, we're almost hitting the 2-hour mark. So
I mean, just it seems like this movie. I was satisfied by it, but I'm also a little bummed that I don't feel it. I know for a fact there was much more.
yeah, I'm kind of the same way as you. I definitely had fun with it. I do have my, stir of problems. As of right now, it's definitely not my favorite MonsterVerse film. I still like the previous film a little bit more. They definitely improved upon the action sequences, and you can see things in the daytime. But
This is the best action that they've had so far.
Oh yeah, easily without a doubt, the best action sequences in the movie. But it could have been improved in certain areas, and I do know that there was a lot cut. You can tell they've already said there's actors cut from the movie. They changed the plot too in the editing bay.
Mechagodzilla doesn't exist.
Yeah. So, but you know what? I still enjoyed it. I'm gonna rewatch the fight scenes for years to come. Could have been improved in certain areas. Wish the score was a little stronger, but I still enjoyed it.
It gave me the images and things I've wanted to see for a long time. So
Right. I mean, it pretty much gave me what I wanted out of the fight scenes. Like where it mattered most. You remember me saying stuff. I'm like, I wanted Godzilla to win, but I wanted Kong to ultimately like earn his respect.
well, I think I saw a comment too that they let Kong kind of kill Mechagodzilla so that he could still like be a king and still kind of not look like a loser.
Right. I think it was the payoff. Like, who's going to win the big fight? Godzilla does. But who's going to save Godzilla? Kong.
It lets them
think
both
that works.
win, really.
And it kind of completes Kong's hero's journey in a way. Like, he traveled to his home, saved the world. So, and he saved the person who beat him. I think that makes his character, like, he lost, but he still went out of his way to protect. I think that's really good for his character. No, I don't think Kong without his axe could win.
I'm trying to I'm just rewatching this ending again. Yeah, so Godzilla walks away and he swings his tail, clearly like pointing in the direction like "come with me," or get out of here. I don't exactly. I think that the nonverbal storytelling is kind of vague right here, but I still like the ending of him swimming away. It's satisfying, but
I wish they could have actually shown him like getting into the water, like reminiscent of 2014. Like the same movement would have been kind of cool.
probably cut it.
Maybe. Well, actually, they wouldn't cut something like that because they'd be spending millions of dollars rendering and all that. But who knows? Unless they did previs.
Oh,
All right.
sure.
Well, it looks like we're about to.
I could probably end this thing at 2 hours, but I mean, overall, holy shit, this movie was fucking nuts. There's a lot of shit in this that I'm probably gonna worship and rewatch a million times. So many moments that I couldn't believe I was actually looking at. A bunch of things I never knew I wanted to see. Like, I never knew I wanted to see Kong ripping off Mechagodzilla's head. And in what universe and world did we ever think that something like that would happen in a movie?
I just realized in the original film, Mechagodzilla gets his head ripped off too.
What?
It's I said in the 70s film, Mechagodzilla always gets his head ripped off.
Yeah, they went there too. They did literally like every reference to everything possible.
You know, I just thought of too, like his tail spinning, kind of like the drill, kind of reminds me of the force field, but not as crazy. But I don't know.
Dude,
I kind of wish
if they did the head spinning force field thing.
I mean, why not? I mean, reality is kind of thrown out the window.
Yeah, he already had like these like blue glowing mystical punch looking things. Like what these supercharged punches. Jesus Christ.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, I think we've rambled on for over 2 hours. We've said our piece on the movie. I still got to do my review on it. I'll probably watch it again and then post.
Did
some
you do it
content
after the movie yet?
I did not because I was going to do that today, but like I worked kind of late and then I just jumped on here. So, but I talked for over 2 hours. So I think
it feels good though that I can actually like talk about this now and go on social media and not be afraid to go everywhere.
Right. Now there's really just nothing else anymore. Like this is the one thing I look forward to this year, and pretty much everything else is gone now. Well, we got Singular
Yep,
Point.
I mean, right. I mean, also I'm excited to see what the novelization has in store. That'll be interesting to see.
Well, we got the anime series coming out. We got the graphic novels, but man, it's like we waited all this time and it's finally happened.
You know what? Out of all the things that were cut, because I know I want to end this, but like as we were talking about with like, there felt like there could have been another movie here before this. The novelization for King of the Monsters, doesn't it reference Kong during Ghidorah's call? Why didn't we see that? Like that should have been the end credit scene, not the stupid fucking Ghidorah head, or at least put both of those in the movie and keep the Kong one separate because it's kind of out of context. Like,
well, the original end credit scene was Mothra, but with the singing.
Yeah, I know about that. But okay, but if they did that, that would have made even less sense considering this movie.
You know what? I actually thought it would have been cool. Like you said, like maybe during the Alpha Call, you just kind of have like Skull Island, you cut to Kong, and you're just sitting there, and then he just beats up some
it's in the novelization. I'm pretty sure Kong like ignores it or something. Like, I didn't read it, but I've heard people say that it's like a very brief scene. But like, at least give us that. At least give us some kind of connection, like of Kong acknowledging Godzilla's existence.
God, now that I think about it, that probably would have made the movie more money.
What, having Kong in there?
Yeah, just for that brief cameo. I mean, technically does cameo like through footage, but I think it would be cool. Yeah.
Drop his name like 2 times, maybe.
Mm-hmm. But wow, who would have thought 7 years ago we would have ended up getting Godzilla and Kong fighting together against Mechagodzilla?
I was thinking that like Gareth is like my child has just totally evolved.
Well, you know what?
It's got to be cool for him though. Like it has to be cool to know that his creation evolved into this because, like again, like they kept some elements the same, but like just supercharged it with a lot of craziness.
Mm-hmm. It just got, you know what? It's the way of the Godzilla franchise. Like the first one's very serious, very kind of grounded.
It is, isn't it? It just gets
really
crazier.
It just gets crazier. This movie's kind of getting towards the Final Wars territory, which is where the next one's got to go.
Jesus. All right. Well, I don't know. You can pimp your stuff or whatever.
Well, guys, you can check out my channel, JTISREBORN. I've got some stuff coming up on this week. I got a review on Godzilla vs. Kong I'm going to do. I definitely do want to do a video on deleted scene stuff because I feel like it's one of those things that a lot of people are going to start to talk about because there's like, well, wait a minute, what about this? What about that? So I want to kind of gather up a bunch of data and stuff and see if I can make a video on it. Definitely the review on that, more comic book stuff. The Godzilla graphic novels, I'll definitely get videos out for that next week once I get them. I also have a video on Kong and Me, which Ryan did the greatest thumbnail ever for.
Yes.
It legitimately is the most wholesome thing I've ever seen. Like you could probably just, if I wore a red sweater, I would be Mr. Rogers.
Yeah. Okay. Go check that out, and he'll have his piece on GVK soon.
Yes.
Oh, man. I'm just fucking exhausted, but I'm probably gonna rewatch the movie right now. So.
Yeah, I'll probably just Sean is Mr. Rogers. You know what? Instead of a shut up Sean, Sean is Mr. Rogers. Let's put that comment up. Let's put it up on the stream. It's a very wholesome thing. There we go. That's right.
Shut up, Mr. Rogers.
Sean Rogers, like the football player, right? All right. Yeah, I think we're in pretty good shape here.
2 hours and 5 minutes. We beat the GVK runtime. So
yes, we're longer than the GVK runtime.
Bye. People are dropping out. Bye, everyone.